Let me tell you about my best friend.
Before and after, Marcus. Before and after.
Perfect.
Yeah, this is like going to the bar with somebody like, yeah, we're the best friends, but this is someone drinking tequila as opposed to the other people who drank the Hennessy and they're trying to kill each other.
Yeah, we showed up happy. We left enemies. That's what this is.
Like, this could be two people at the same bar drinking completely different things, and all of a sudden, I need to kill you. I'm gonna kill you. Oh, what they doing over there?
Why are you killing me? And it also, shout out to Santos choking somebody out in them shoes. Them shoes do not, cowboy boots don't look comfortable. But I would also point out that Rey Mysterio, Rey Mysterio shoes are actually kind of nice.
They are. They, to get beat up with those shoes on is embarrassing.
Marcus,
I mean, I would have stolen
you're a man of style and taste. You shouldn't be getting your ass.
I would have beat him up and stolen his shoes.
Hey, he could have put that snakeskin boot up his ass, though. That shit might have hurt. Welcome, everybody to the Sharpshooters Podcast. Huh?
That's too far.
Yeah, I mean, I'm Eric.
What, hit somebody with snakeskin boots?
He said shove that snakeskin boot up their ass.
Because he gonna kick him in the booty hole.
Manny, if I was gonna get a boot shoved in my ass, please be snakeskin. I feel like snakeskin, still has that slither part in there where it can just slide right in. As opposed to you give me a steel toe Timbs, some Timbs. Ooh.
I mean, Marcus, I also refuse to lose.
Well, Manny, we do know that the grand finale has experience with things sliding in. If you remember from way back when he had them goons that used to slide into his ears. So
it's a personal preference. All right, mind your business, people. Mind your damn business.
What Marcus does in his alone time is Marcus's business.
Yeah, and you know what? It's somewhere if I perfected the way things slide into my ass. Yeah, you all need to try and learn how to do that.
The trick is how to get shit to slide out. That's the goal, man. Because when you constipated, sliding in ain't the problem. Sliding out is the issue. Anyway, we're not here. Talk about sliding
children where someone had their boot shoved up somebody's ass. I think it was Jefferson, right? He had Marcy's boot. She put it up his ass. They showed the X-rays.
Yeah. So speaking of sliding in and sliding out, WWE decided to do a little teasing, just a little bit, maybe try to get some tickets after they came out and said that they will not advertise or say they're not talking to CM Punk because we don't want to get people's expectations up for the Survivor Series. And then all of a sudden, Philip shows up on their alumni section. Marcus, you're rolling your eyes because I think this is a lot of
there.
I don't think he's been on there.
Yeah, he been on there.
They removed him.
They removed him, Marcus.
They removed him.
They removed him.
Really?
Yeah, Marcus.
But in the same vein, Adam Rose also reappeared on the alumni page. So if you don't get CM Punk at Survivor Series, you may get the party guy back. The Rosebud.
That dude was giant last time I saw him. He looks like a scary man. I know that there have been stories of the WWE updating the page of CM Punk and all that, but apparently they do that all the time. It's just wrestling fans speculating a bunch of stuff. But I didn't know he was completely removed from the alumni page.
The lawsuit was nasty and it was messy, Marcus, when they were pointing fingers at, remember, they wiped all history. They made no mention of CM Punk at all. So this is probably absolutely nothing, but I also know that it's probably going to increase the watch rate of Survivor Series because I think at the end of it all, we're just going to get the return of Randy Orton. I think that's what's going to happen. Manny, what say you?
I mean, I think we may get Punk, but if you're watching this hoping you're getting CM Punk, you're going to get severely let down. So just watch the show because you're just going to get let down if you don't. It's kind of like that whole Tony Khan, I got a big surprise and it was Christian. Now, he has turned out to be a great addition to the roster, but at the time, you're selling me someone great, and you gave me Christian.
Well, who would have known? They sold me somebody great known as Adam, and Christian was still the better buy.
Which Adam? Which Adam is that? You got to clarify.
I'm talking about Copley, Marcus. I'm talking about Copley.
And Bomb. You got to clarify
because he clearly lost his edge.
But before we go further, Eric, Well, talk about a few things.
Mark, I have more things to talk about, Mark. I'm not jumping straight to
but
SmackDown.
this is the CM Punk and Survivor Series thing. I believe Punk will show up, but you know what? I can't wait till Survivor Series to get this shit over with. I'm so sick of these stupid rumors, roster updates, go to sleeps, people taking jabs, Grayson Waller getting replied by CM Punk, all the speculation. I just can't wait till it's over. Similar to when I forgot what the other story was when I was like, I just can't wait till this is over. And I need Phil back in someone's locker room because you know what? Ever since he and Jungle Boy got into their little altercation in Manny's hometown in London, England, wrestling hasn't been the same. I need Phil back.
I mean, but the thing about it, Phil wasn't wrong. I don't like to say that. Phil was not wrong. This fucking locker room is like childish and shit. I don't understand why grown ass people can't work with grown ass people. It just don't make no sense.
Eric, here's the giveaway that CM Punk is CM Punk the devil. Eric, could he be the devil, or could it be Jungle Boy? And which one do you take? Because they threw Bowens through some glass. But the devil had the right. The devil and his group had the right not to look into the camera and say, "You see, real glass."
Hey, I know, Mark. I know you talking about the devil, Marcus. Let me ask you a question.
River.
Marcus, what do you make of Bowen and Dante Chin in the back talking?
Oh, that was conversations.
what happened to Dante Chin's eye, Marcus? What happened to Dante Chin's eye?
No, Eric, his face was painted. He painted his face like Boa.
I know. It's an affection.
Not fully, though. Not fully.
Jai Lee found her time. Yeah. Jai Lee found her time and then, made an impression this week and get kicked out of a building for minor shit.
So,
I've seen worse.
Moving on to another. I mean, this source, you guys can take it or leave it, but according to Coldaholic, AEW is not to be believed to be profitable right now. They're not making any money, according to sources. But when your owner has a lot of money, does it really matter? Manny, do you think AEW is making profits? Because, I mean, they just signed that lengthy deal with Time Warner. With the, I thought it was a deal.
No, they haven't signed anything.
I thought
they have no deal.
Oh, I thought the Collision deal was part of a long-term deal.
No,
I think they just extended it for a bit.
Remember, they were supposed to announce the deal. Then Pepsi Field and them happened, and then nothing ever happened ever since. And then they've been in negotiation limbo to the point where it seems like it's all coming down to what's WWE gonna do with Raw.
I think it's correct that AEW isn't profitable. Like they're wasting money left, right, and center. Like hiring old wrestlers like Ric Flair and stuff. You pay for licensed music, which is an additional expense. And it's not just for one person; it's for quite a few. And what else is it?
The
video game that was a failure. Realistically, I don't think that made them any money.
It cost $40 million to make.
Wait, the video game cost $40 million
to develop? Yes,
to develop. And it was some people will still like it, but it's a flop. It's a flop to me.
You want to know how you know it's a flop? And this is a simple thing. This is how you know anything's a flop. They don't talk about how much money. Someone didn't bring up, it was the highest selling game of this week or month. You bring up stats. You don't hear any stats about this game.
And then Tony Khan just denying them money-making opportunities with refusing the deal with for Ring of Honor on the CW.
Yeah, I heard that. So WWE is going back to national television with the deal with the CW and NXT.
Back to them not being profitable. They also have half-empty arenas. They have these giant venues, and the only venue that's actually sold anything is Wembley, which they're trying to sell again early because it seems like they're not making any money anywhere.
I mean, but Manny, I'm going back to ask you because you live over in Europe. Let's say they are not. They have exhausted all the places they can go to.
You don't know where Manny's at.
They've exhausted all the places they can go to in the States. Do you think that AEW can become profitable if they took their show and maybe did like a European tour, like maybe did a bunch of shows over there instead of just all in?
Yeah, I think it would, but then again, like if you do it too many times, I think you're going to run into the same problem they got in the States. I think if they were to run slightly bigger, run the arenas they're currently doing in America right now, I think they would sell out the first tour. Then it become less and less. I think it was because Wembley was such a spectacle last time. I feel like they really have to bring it the second time. Like, I'm not really that interested this time round because of the way the first time round was booked, but like you couldn't miss that one. It felt like it was can't miss because of the spectacle.
It was a first time thing.
It was a happening.
Yeah.
So Marcus, it was a spectacle, but this time it feels like you could miss it. If you really
and I also feel, and Eric, I'm going to say this right now, and I want to publicly say this in front of the 12 people that watch the show or whatever number we're at right now. I'm going to apologize for you. We're going to go to our 6-hour AEW pay-per-view, and we fell for a trap again, where they give us like nothing card with nothing special really on the card at all. It's the same thing as Double or Nothing. They threw the card together this week, and we got matches that we have no build really for at all. 2 weeks of the Young Bucks and the Golden Jets. And we've been advertised Jay White and MJF forever. That's been the solidified. But they did almost try to trick us and give us Mark Briscoe versus who's Danny Garcia.
Yeah.
We almost got that instead.
Like, realistically, Marcus, this question I have for you. Yeah. What could AEW do to stop the trend of trending downwards? To at least kind of flatline a little bit. Like to rebuild and get the shit going back flowing in the right direction.
Well, Eric, here's what I gotta do. This is what they gotta do. I believe, and this may be considered a hot take and whatsoever, the belt has to come off MJF. The show has to be focused on someone else. Not all the problem. I just think his character is just not clicking. Like this baby face and all that. For me, I just don't feel like it's clicking.
I think thing is, Marcus, I disagree. Stuff. I think it is. I think it's just the Adam Cole stuff that's holding them back.
Yeah, but I agree. I think he's fine. He's doing his part. I'm not taking anything. I'm just saying that I would take the belt off of him. Like, it didn't seem like it's been big business since he's got the belt. The attendances seem like it's all on his shoulders, but that's also coinciding with the CM Punk exit as well. I would do smaller venues to get more lively crowd, because it seems like even the crowd energy is not the same as it used to be. Dynamite used to be insane. No matter where you were at, people used to just be hyped. This is before and after pandemic until they ran. I would do different markets because they keep doing the same fucking. They be in New York or Chicago for like 800 times, and then randomly go to Texas or something,
and go to Canada for like an entire month.
Yeah, for like 3 weeks and stuff. I would cancel Collision. I would cancel Rampage, and you only have Dynamite.
Manny, what say you? Marcus gave some points. He wants to cancel almost all the shows and focus on Dynamite. What about you?
I think the main point is you've got to actually put on your stars on the show. Like what they've been doing for the last couple of weeks. And that's the reason why attendance just seems like it's been low, is you don't ever know what you're really getting on the card. Like, you don't know. If you go to a Dynamite, you don't know if you're getting what you want from AEW Dynamite. Like, you want to see the star. You want to see MJF all the time. You want to see Kenny and the Bucks. You may want to see Jericho so you can sing your Judas and all this other and all your main stars. But they don't seem to always be on. They always seem to be in a backstage promo and whatnot and never make it out. So like it's never any reason for you to go, especially if it's like Marcus said, they run the same loops all the time. If you've been to one and you don't know what you're getting the next time, are you sure you want to go? Unless there's something really that's the reason AEW advertised 2 weeks in advance, essentially, with a whole plethora of matches, is that you know that you kind of have an idea of what's going on in the show. It's like,
well, Manny, I want to second that. I wish I brought that point up. That's an excellent point as well. I feel like I've said this on the show a few times on the show. You know, we agreed on the Untitled Mania Market show, whatever, about this, about like the lack of stars and who's going to show up in front of the camera. In front of the camera, like when I watch Monday Night Raw, I know, even though not advertised, because Raw, you know, gets their script torn up before the show, but I knew I get a Seth Rollins, a Cody Rhodes will run out, a Jey Uso, or something like that.
A Judgment Day telling me they run WWE.
Yeah, I know I'm going to get the people who I see on a weekly basis. On Dynamite, if you think about it like this week, no Christian Cage in front of the audience, not all, or Adam Copeland.
Who said he was full-time.
Who said he was full-time. Both that went on the show. Sting and Darby did a run-in, but the Kenny and the Bucks all backstage. Could have filmed that 2 weeks ago. MJF appeared in front of the crowd as the only good person that honestly really did. Moxley didn't appear in front of the crowd. Bryan Danielson's hurt, but probably wasn't going to appear in front of the crowd. Adam Cole's hurt.
Yeah.
Like, you look around and, you know, one of the major stars this week are the Outrunners. Turbo Floyd.
Turbo Floyd.
Now you go, oh, this is what I'm getting this week.
Now, if you guys can allow me to chime in just a little bit on this one, I think the thing that they really need to do, they need to focus. They need the FOCUS, focus. And I think the first thing they need to do is they need to establish a creative team.
Focusing me.
And I know creative is a bad word. I
think you spelled that right as well.
Yeah, creative is a bad word. Creative is something that people don't like because people blame WWE for having creative all the time. But the thing about it, you need to establish who your stars are. Who are your A superstars? Who are your B superstars? Who are your C superstars? Let me just point out, there is no way in hell that having MJF versus Danny Garcia is the match that's going to put my butt in the seat. Like, for a title, nonetheless. If it was a squash match, maybe, but what has Daniel Garcia done to deserve this match?
May I chime in and just add one thing to your title match? Eric, it was a title match without the man having his damn belt.
Marcus, we're not going to even talk about that whole thing. Marcus,
I'm just throwing that in there. I'm sorry. Marcus, I had to throw that in there.
The fact that the man who stole the title is backstage cutting promos with the title, like, and no one is saying anything. It is bothering me.
Eric, not only that, and just to add on to this, I'm sorry to ruin your point,
but
the man that stole the title is main eventing the show, and the man that is the actual champion is starting the show. So the world title match means less than the non-title match that can be the number one contender match with the stolen title. I'm just saying.
And let me also give you, like, the few stories that they do, they don't know how to follow up. Like, for example, the whole Adam and Roderick Strong. It was funny the first time, but it's played its course. It needs to stop. We don't need this anymore. We don't need this at all. But then the storyline that's really bothering me the most is that we had a fire storyline between Swerve and Adam Page. Adam Page, like, this man showed up in his Virginia home, talked to his crib, talked to the baby. I still ain't heard from Adam. I still ain't heard how he feels. Is his baby okay? Where's the storyline?
I mean, he did try to kill Swerve this week.
With a chair? He needs to have a gun.
He jumped through the tables with him, Eric. He jumped through the tables. Knees first. I'm glad those tables were there. He would have fucked up his knees.
I'm just saying.
He would have killed himself. Oh, no. I killed a man in my knees.
I'm going to go back. I'm going to do a blast from the past. Like, everybody, we had a running joke and a running gag on this show for a long time between Drew McIntyre and Ron the Truth Killings. That's the type of heat that I need to know. Once Adam got there, he said, Swerve is here. Swerve can't make that entrance. You come and whoop his ass. Like, that's why you're doing a good storyline.
He had an embargo from Tony Khan not to attack this man.
Marcus, that man went to his home. Fuck Tony Khan's embargo.
I know. Eric, I want to say this. And I'm gonna jump ahead to SmackDown.
Okay, go ahead.
Kevin Owens, after getting water poured on his head and a bottle thrown at Kevin Patrick's way.
That was it.
When that set him off, I felt like he had more anger that he could not hold anymore, like he said, and he had to beat them down on sight. It was on sight, and that is 1,000% less than some man breaking into your house and throwing a t-shirt on your baby, possibly suffocating it.
Now, before we jump into SmackDown, there's one last thing I want to talk about. WWE getting another national TV deal with NXT going to CW. Marcus, I know this lit your heart up because I think you said on multiple episodes on the podcast, Marcus, on the Untitled Manny and Marcus show, you have said it that NXT is by far your favorite show. And now that show is going to national television in 2024, Marcus, where other people can bask in the glory of the greatness of NXT. Did this announcement make you excited? And were you just shocked that Tony said no to Ring of Honor? Like, why? Why would you pass up money?
Well, maybe the money wasn't right, Eric, but the thing is, has nothing to do with Tony. It ain't got nothing to do with NXT. It ain't got nothing to do with the Ring of Honor deal or whatever else he's trying to do out there. Eric just has everything to do with the NWA.
Billy Corgan.
Billy Corgan out there, where now superstars are now questioning his leadership. Now he cost them what I believe there are reports of an 8-figure deal. The money NXT is getting, which is around $200 million. $200 million.
$200 million? Where are we going?
$200 million thrown out the window because you wanted to have a 30-second moment of Father James Mitchell and a bunch of random names doing cocaine.
Marcus, Manny, hand is up. Your mouth goes shut. What do you say?
I was done.
I watched a show yesterday, Pro Wrestling Eve, and the best call I've ever heard on commentary in my life because it was so relevant. Someone used powder. And the commentator said, that's the type of thing that can lose you a TV deal.
Hey, Marcus, can I ask a question? Speaking of commentators cutting promos, did you see the commentator for Unnecessary Reasons cut a promo with James Harden?
No.
Marcus, he ain't shit. That promo he hit it with like, if this doesn't work out, it's on you. It's on you. And I was like, why are you so angry? JK says football wrestling on the CW. UPN has come a long way. All it needs now is the reruns of the Parkers and 227.
Wait, excuse me.
Homeboys in outer space, buddy.
The CW with UPN. They are different channels. The WB, the Singing Frog was UPN before UPN.
Hey Marcus, okay? we might get the return of the Arrow now. We might get Diggle again because they got NXT on there. I'm excited.
Get the return of the Steve Harvey show. The CW is about to revamp their whole program and reboot all the shows they had. The Wayne Brothers show's coming back.
I'm a little bit worried about NXT going to the CW.
I have worries.
I like it being hidden on USA because I still get my Dijak whipping trees and the occasional nonsense you get on NXT. If they come out there,
Manny, I'll tell you this right now. NXT has done absolutely nothing that would get censors because they be looking like they might get a TV. They might get a TVG rating.
No, it's not the quality.
Let me finish my point.
Let the man finish.
If they try and come out here and act like a third brand and be all serious, that's it. NXT's done. I don't want black and gold ever again. I want my nonsense every week.
Manny, I know you don't have this channel in your country, but the CW is a joke. I hope you realize that. Yes, they are one of the top national channels in the world, and you can get them without cable. But the quality of programming on this network has not really been that good since Arrow season 3. You're somewhere around there. And then you may have The Flash or Legends of Tomorrow, but that's basically where they put all their money in. There's a bunch of bad superhero shows. That's all they did.
Legends of Tomorrow was the worst thing ever.
You know what? I enjoyed it for a little bit. God damn it. But you remember how ridiculous these shows were. If you look back and how ridiculous these shows were, it fits right with the NXT brand.
So how we were talking about Tony to make better decisions, I'm talking about return on investments. WWE made a very good return on investment with Logan Paul because what he did for the U.S. title, whether you agree with it or not, is magic. Those pictures are fire because it's like the disrespect to his wife of holding his title, the disrespect of him hopping the fence in them Uggs house slippers with the title, smoking or eating a toothpick with a cowboy hat. Is that taking a shower? You got to keep the belt clean. Matt Riddle had that title. I understand that one.
I disagree. I believe he stole all his moves from Pretty Deadly. They've done this already themselves multiple times with those tag team titles, and I look forward to them doing it again with the main roster titles. By the way,
I like the one where one of them, one's in the shower and the other one's taking a shit, and they have the title just laid,
and they read the paper at the same time.
You got your title belt around your ankles, and you're taking a shit. That's the greatest picture ever.
I think the greatest thing that happened on SmackDown was Horace Kevin Owens doing commentating, because he talked about a moment that I've been waiting for a long time. SmackDown started off with the LWO, and I'm just going to get to the point that he says, I betrayed a lot of people in my life, but I just could never see myself ever betraying Rey Mysterio. And I looked at Kevin Owens. I was like, you are full of shit. You are full of shit.
The man started commentating. I want to say his commentary was amazing all night. But the fact that he said, I have so much respect for that man. I love that man. Rey Mysterio is one of my all-time favorites. Like, he's going all in, full babyface, enjoying Rey Mysterio. And then when it happens, he's going, I would get in there, but they have this restraining order on me that I can't do anything.
I don't want to get suspended.
Yeah, and even Michael said, Kevin, I know this is hard for you. I was like, man, this is Kevin Owens. This man don't give a damn about nobody.
So this whole segment was interesting. It started off with Ray doing his speech with Santos boys, call out. Carlito interrupts. Betty, Carlito comes out there full of hell. And it says we need to call a spade a spade. You lost the title because of this man. You lost it. Betty,
we said that when we watched it. We said that exact same thing when we saw it happen on Crown Jewel. It's exactly what should have went down. Rey Mysterio then run, and then Santos decides to leave because he's been accused. Signs of a true guilty man.
I want to say this right now. I want to say all parties involved in this storyline acted accordingly, but Rey Mysterio. I feel like Santos being accused of, how dare you? And I guess we're skipping ahead for the match. I don't know if anybody cares.
Fuck the match. The match was trash.
The match wasn't trash.
Manny, I disagree. It was okay. Come on,
throwback from 2004.
No, how dare you? B5 appeared in this match. This match was terrible.
I want to talk about this. This episode of SmackDown.
Adonis appeared in this match too, and not knowing what
Marcus, this episode of SmackDown should have been called Betrayal, because there was so many scenes of betrayal that I didn't know. Marcus, did you see the betrayal in Ashanti the Adonis' eyes when he was wondering what B-Fat was doing?
Yeah, what you doing? Like, she was over there cheering for Bobby in the match, and to get ahead to the match, Bobby loses, and I'm going to coin this again. Bobby wins after Carlito gets Habibi kicked.
Hey,
my favorite attack in the world.
You know, Bobby won, but damn, when Carlito suplexed Bobby ass, I was like, damn.
Yeah, I thought it was a solid match. I'm not dismissing the match. I just thought the drama after the match and before the match was the show. It was the show.
I thought this match was on par with Joe and Keith Lee. It was just big men slapping meat. It was like two vets wrestling. Like, they're not going to do too much. They're not going to do too little. But my question for you, Marcus, a lot of shit was going on between Ray and Santos, Marcus. I don't know if the shove was enough to make Santos snap. But apparently,
Eric. So let's fast forward. Let me break down what happened. Let me give you exhibit A, B, and C of how this went down. So Habibi kick happens. They lose the match. Everybody's upset. Santos comes down, and he's cool. He's going to Ray. I mean, well, he's not. He can make the save for Carlito, but Carlito done talk some shit. He done accused this man of costing his hero the United States title. And so when that man is getting stumped out by 3 black men in that ring,
he was.
At that very moment, you go, you know what? This is what you get for talking that shit into existence.
I'm not
you
gonna
created all of this.
This is Rattlesnake. Rattlesnake. I'm not gonna mess this up.
So Ray comes down with his chair. Santos gets in the ring, and Ray's swinging it around, trying to be a hero. And he's questioning Santos as he checks on Carlito. And Ray and Santos goes, "Oh, how you gonna protect this man? You see what he's saying about me? This is ridiculous. This is absurd." Ray acts out of control and then shoves Santos.
Yeah, he started it.
He started this shit.
Yeah. Santos, with all these emotions of accusations and his hero on his back, almost in tears at this point, retaliated. Okay? Ray decides to go for combination. After Santos regretted everything he did, real quick, he was like, damn, I didn't mean to do this, but he made me do it. Ray goes with combination. And Santos is like, oh shit. And he's kind of done with it. But then he looks at that motherfucker again, Rey Mysterio, realize you deadbeat father motherfucker, you with those nice ass shoes on. You deserve the business. You deserve the business. So he shoves him into the turnbuckle and kicks his leg into the stairs. And I question.
That was an accident. I thought the way he fell into the steps and then got his leg wedged between the steps, I thought that was a complete accident. And then I saw what Santos did afterwards. I'm like, oh damn!
it was a part of the move. It was nice. I question Selena Vega, who goes
Selena.
back with Santos as Legado del Fantasma in that group and says, Santos, why? He made me do it. It's his fault. And I 100% agree with Santos. And I think you can milk this storyline. This is already, to me, a better breakup than anything that's been going on with JD in the Judgment Day.
Now, Manny, your hand is up, and I have a question I want you to answer when you speak also. Marcus reenacted his whole Maury Povich life right here. This was the drama that he enjoyed, Jerry Springer.
Yes,
but
Manny,
Manny,
wrestling.
In your response, can you also tell me who's going to get the kids? Who's going to get the kids? Joaquin?
First of all of Joaquin, the other one, and Selena should all shut the fuck up. Santos could have left them on the curb just like he left Elektra Lopez when he took them all to SmackDown. They should be showing him some respect. They should be showing him some respect and leaving with him. How dare they choose this deadbeat father? They should know he's going to leave them too.
Preach! Yeah, preach! Manny, I need him to say those exact words next week on SmackDown. I could have left you like Elektra Lopez for you to side with him.
I'll let you know when this moment happened. I was like the kid from Sister Act Part 2, by far still the best version of the Sister Act movie, singing "Oh Happy Day, Oh Happy Day."
But anyway, we don't have time for you to remember this. Lauryn Hill's in hot water anyway.
When Jesus walked.
Hey, you lucky Lauryn Hill even showed up for this
shit. When Jesus, he took my sins away.
Took my sins away.
Next watch on Sister Act 2.
Hey,
back in the habit.
Sing along with the boys.
Come enjoy the chorus. The mighty chorus.
Joy. Anyway. Back to
we have to do it. We have to do it. We have to do it.
Back in the habit. Sister Act 2. This holiday season. Sister Mary Claire is gonna save our life.
So you know how we talk about like AEW needs to pay more attention to the details. Let me tell you the very next segment. I appreciate the attention to the details.
But you had a question for me, Eric.
Yeah, no, he did. Well, who gets the kids?
Who gets the kids?
Oh, okay.
You didn't care about the kids, cool. So it didn't matter. Because we can't.
You said Santos would leave them on the street.
Ungrateful kids.
Hey, Manny, he can upgrade. Kids. Manny, he could call the girl he left at the quarter, Elektra Lopez, and she could bring up her friend Lola Vice with her.
You link up with Dragon Lee?
Leaving it at that. I'm leaving it at that. Just call Dragon Lee.
So we go to a 7, and like I said, WWE Team Creative. It's the little things that always makes me so happy. So we have the Bayley segment. Bayley's a little bit upset about, Kyrie being brought back to the group. and she showed some footage of the last time Kyrie was there. And what I love the fact about this whole segment was that in that segment, when she whooped Kyrie's ass, she was wearing red pants, and she decided to bring this back, and she wore the exact same outfit that she whooped her ass in.
And the red pants are warning with those red pants.
I was like, what we doing? And so then they proceed to say, you know what, Bailey, it's okay. You are still in charge of damage control. Because, Dakota was out the blue. But then stupid shit started happening when Bianca came out. And I'm like, Bianca, why are you surrounding yourself with people you can't trust?
Because she spent her whole career. And I say this every week. And I want to clarify this. She spent her whole career on her own against the wall. Okay? That's why she caught these people. And it's time for her to organize.
Now, I was like, at the end of the day, I was like, you can't trust Charlotte, but I knew you couldn't trust Asuka.
What? What's Asuka ever done?
She was a bad guy. There's no reason for her to turn face all of a sudden. There was no reason, right, Betty? You knew she was evil.
Ever really face? I mean, she just spat in. All she did was spit in Bianca's face earlier this year.
Yeah. That's very disrespectful, Manny. Manny, I like for you to go spit in somebody face and just say, that's all I did. What? Go to your office this week and spit in somebody's face and say, what? You gonna fire me? That's all I did all year.
All right, so we got
maybe I will.
We had Dragon Lee versus
maybe you will then.
We had Dragon Lee versus Cedric Alexander again.
Do we have a translation of what Asuka said to them?
No, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna turn on you. And y'all don't even see it coming.
No. This is the thing I had a problem with. If you watch Charlotte and Bianca Belair, they're standing there like, yeah, what she said.
Yeah.
Like fucking you what she said, stupid bitches.
He's really upset about this.
No, it was like, you can't trust her. You just can't.
Well, I'm going to say this. I'm going to save this to the end of the show. I will tell you the most untrustworthy Asian in the whole segment.
How dare you? It's me.
No, Manny, not
Manny,
you.
But
I will save it to the end. I will save it to the end and remind me this when we get to the main event.
All right, so we had the LA Knight Grayson Waller segment. I begin to feel like the crowd wasn't that behind LA Knight in the they were in Oregon.
Are you out your mind? You are listening to the wrong show.
Were you watching this on mute?
I don't know, man. I felt like
everything he did, they ate it up.
I felt like it was shy. It was diminishing, man. I don't know. Maybe that's just my own heart.
I think it's your own heart because he was throwing his bland ass offense out there. Those people were eating it up. They got behind him for the comeback cry and everything. It all happened.
I think the best thing about it was Kevin Owens and his telestrator and stuff talking about how he don't like these guys. Like this was he's a ripoff. I'm sorry. I don't like LA Knight, and we know this.
He's fine.
I have nothing else to
So
add.
there was also a thing on the mid-card match. Do you think he's peaked?
Yes.
Already.
I do.
I want to say this. Yes, he probably peaked, but he's right where I think he should be, and that's in the mid-card. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, baby. I don't feel like it's anything wrong with being, and I don't want to make this sound even worse, The Miz. And that's where I feel like he should be at, that category of the top Intercontinental or United States champions of the world. And I'm not taking this away from LA Knight, who I believe is entertaining on all levels. Like, I enjoy his promos. His matches are okay.
I already got The Miz. They're the same age.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got The Miz already.
And then you got a younger Grayson Waller doing The Miz. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Can you guys stop doing this? Yeah. But
okay, yes.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that he's an entertaining character. The people are behind him. I'm for it. I don't hate LA Knight. I just don't think he should be world champion. And I don't, I don't think that's hatred. I don't think you can mark me down for that.
Splendid.
So we go backstage and I guess Jimmy Uso is making an announcement.
Fuck y'all!
that he's gonna fight LA Knight next week, and then he says yeet. Then he gets a phone call. We can only imagine it's the tribal chief, and he says no yeet. So I didn't know if that was him saying that the match is not going to happen, or he just not gonna say yeet.
He better not be saying yeet on TV, so you don't like that. Shockingly, no bloodline on the show.
No, we just got the package of Solo. Solo, they announced Solo gonna be there next week. And Solo don't put my butt in the seat, but it's still better than Daniel Garcia versus MJF.
He murdered John Cena last week, and I don't know if John Cena gonna have a career of anything after he murdered him in Crown Jewel.
John Cena's just undergone arm surgery.
So Marcus,
for being stabbed in the throat with a thumb multiple times.
Actually, this might be my favorite moment in professional wrestling. Marcus, I got it. You know, Bianca's crawling for the tag. Oscar's at the quarter.
And is that it? That's all that's left on the show.
Yeah. Oscar.
Did we even talk about Dragon Lee? And I guess
it was a good match. We saw it once.
Yeah. You're right.
Marcus, she hops off the apron, but then she hops back on to blow Miss in the bitch face. Marcus, this is what she get.
She didn't hop off the apron.
She didn't hop off. She said too slow.
Oh.
Started laughing. And then Bianca had a look at how did I miss that tag? Like that was Bianca's confusion at first. I missed that tag. I'm gonna go. Maybe she didn't pull it back on me. Maybe I'm mistaken. And then spit in the face. No, I wasn't. God damn it.
The only thing that surprised me about this entire segment is that they didn't beat down Bayley. However, I'm pretty sure the beatdown of Bayley is going to happen at War Games. That's when she gets excommunicated from the group because Dakota Kai was there and you can't fight her because she's injured, whatever injury she has. And I don't think she's part of the this Japanese formation.
Did you see the beginning when Bianca said, "I'm going to beat all three of you up," and then there's a shot of Dakota going, "My knee. My knee, it's broken."
That Tegan Knox excuse ain't working right now in this beatdown. But yeah, so she got spit in the face. Run-ins happened, and I'm about to tell you, the Asian woman I can't trust the most in this segment is Shotzi Blackheart.
I can't trust Shotzi.
You want to know why? Hold on. You want to know why I can't trust Shotzi? I don't think she's turning heel. I just don't think she's worth a damn joining my War Games team.
I don't feel like she
came out there and did not do anything but get the business from these women.
She gave Bayley. She got Bayley a bit.
Yeah, Bayley, who wasn't sure what was going on in this situation. Was I in? And they were like, "Yes, Bayley, you in."
It doesn't worse than somebody trying to tell you that you in control, but everybody keep getting hired to your firm and you ain't had no you ain't seen no application.
Not privy to any information. So but I enjoyed the reunion of the Kabuki Warriors.
Huh? Who's going to lead to a match? Who's going to be the fourth person on Shotzi, Bianca, and Charlotte?
Oh, I'm telling you this right now.
Probably gonna be Bayley.
No, absolutely not. You know, in the perfect world, it would be these the new Kabuki Warriors, Elite, whatever they call themselves, against the Four Horsewomen.
Warriors.
You think Becky?
No, but that would have been the dream match. But no, that's not what's happening here. What is going to happen? And the mystery four partner, because Eric, I am a historian of Survivor Series. There's always a mystery partner.
But you bring no Trisha.
And that mystery partner is going to be one Miss Jade Cargill. Survivor Series where they debut all the big stars. And I can see them pitching it to her. We debuted The Undertaker at Survivor Series. We had The Rock debut at Survivor Series. And now Jade Cargill. I'm sure there's other people. I just can't mention it or remember. But I believe she will be their fourth tag team member. And you can hide her shortcomings in this match with all these talented women. And all she has to do is hit people with weapons. And do her bicycle kick. And
Marcus calls it here. He calls it shot.
Oh, I know the wrestling business, man. That's what I do. I know I'm right. And you guys can't tell me I'm wrong.
Marcus, then you need to go submit an application to AEW and fix them, baby. Fix them, Marcus. They need the grand finale sprinkle.
They won't listen to me, Eric.
I can see you back there wearing a suit. I can see you back there with yes, Mr. Omega. I think this is the right thing to do.
Marcus, you turn up with a bag of Coke. Tony Khan will listen to everything you say.
Well, I do always have a sparing bag of Coke just hanging around.
Come on, Marcus. We got the riveting match of Red Velvet versus Julia Hart this week on Dynamite, Marcus.
No, before we go into other news, into Eric in the wrestling world, and I have to ask Eric a question right now, and this is going to hit me right now. It was announced this week. The Bunny has walked away from AEW. Hold on. And she's going to start her OnlyFans. She's going to be fine, I'm assuming. But Eric, also, Low-Key who's left, and they let their contract expire. Your boys, the Butcher and the Blade. How do you feel about that?
Marcus, I'm tell you how I feel about this, Marcus. 2 years ago, I would have been hurt. But
oh shit.
Once the Blade dyed his hair and the Butcher cut his hair, they lost their magic, man. They lost the magic. And I blame AEW, man. I blame them. They had a team. And they just didn't do anything with them. Like, I don't understand why you couldn't make no money with Butcher the Blade. Well, I do understand, but still, you could have tried harder.
I mean, Fat
I would
Butcher
say
was
this.
the money out. Skinny, I've lost some weight, Butcher. That's when he lost his weight.
I have no problem with Fit Butcher.
I just hope that the Butcher didn't quit the band to pursue AEW. That's all I hope. I hope he didn't give up his rock star life for AEW, and then AEW did this to him.
Eric, I'll tell you this right now. And I know this is me throwing away money, and this is why I can't get hired by AEW or WWE. Right now, I'm on the phone with the Butcher and the Blade, Eric, and I'm WWE, and I'm saying, I need you guys to replace Gallows and Anderson on the roster as the tag team just on the show. Like, I feel like it would not, they don't have to win, but it would spice up their tag division. They wrestle more of a WWE style than anybody else in that company.
They would be very good in NXT.
They too old. They too old to be in NXT.
Nah,
I
man,
can't have them around them kids. I can't
have
no 50-year-old man around them kids.
They can feud with OTM, because they need a feud, man.
Yeah,
they're feuding, Eric. They're feuding. OTM can go to hell.
I know,
by the way, but they are currently involved in a feud with who? I forgot. Who's their tag team? Who's going after them? They were called out the mud. I forgot who it was already.
The Brawling Brutes.
Oh, the Brawling Brutes. Yeah. Their street package called them out.
I just want to point out though, I was very disappointed. I wanted Tozawa to win.
You gotta end this question right here. Yeah, this is pre in the chat. This is breaking news.
Oh, what?
This has been going on.
I lost weight, guys. Leave me alone. Let me live.
Yeah, does Manny look sick? Now that he lost some weight?
No. I'm glad to see Manny turn his life around. He's eating less gravy, probably.
Let the man live. Let him eat healthy.
He tried to get back to that stage of Manny can't fuck. You don't want to be like Duke Hudson. You got to be fit to fuck. Everybody knows. Get in that ring shape.
You don't have to be fit to fuck.
You do.
Haven't you seen my 600-pound wife or whatever these shows are called?
They there for the check. They there for the Social Security check, man.
They're not using these women.
Ron Jeremy made a career of this. Ron Jeremy made a career of this.
Yes. That man never looked healthy.
That man looked like he was dying.
And now he's in the mental health hospital.
Well, yeah. I think he has dementia, right?
So
he also raped and was a terrible person.
Yeah, he doesn't want to face the criminal charges. AEW debuted a new female that they're just not going to use. I don't know who she is.
Mariah May from Stardom.
Is she good?
She's all right.
She's all right.
Are they going to use her?
No. I think she's going to get the Taya Valkyrie treatment or
add-on. She'll be an add-on to the Timeless Tony Storm character, I think, and then the Timeless Tony Storm character is going to age, and then we're going to be like, oh, this is just hanging on by a thread.
Well, I think they already ruined the Tony Storm character when they started doing the commercial break segments. I was like, this is once again AEW has something that was interesting, and then
her promo this week to Hikaru Shida this week, I thought incredible. She was on point.
I know it's Shida though, Mark.
Apparently, some people say Hikaru.
Mark, I won't undo Shida. I think Shida might be a worse champion than MJF.
Shida's the greatest transitional champion of this generation.
How dare you?
Yeah, compare the two like that.
Shida is treated like a slave when she's the champion. Defend your title now.
7 title defenses in 3 days. I don't understand how they book Shida. This is the first time we heard Shida since she won the title after her 12 title defenses that she done had.
I also thought it was kind of crazy how they dug Mick Foley up on NXT just to announce some matches. I was like, why?
That man was on the toilet. But shout out to Dijak for getting that win.
He got that win.
But they're also digging up Lita, JBL, and someone else to announce matches too.
Fuck is this? The betrayal. The betrayal.
Oh, baby. Damn. Why Jamal come in and take both shots as the title Mania Market show? What the hell is that about?
I am going to say this. I'm going to say this right now.
The Knicks, though.
Yeah, Eric. He's talking about teams he supports. He's on the verge of, but I want to say this right now. The Clippers right now have better storylines than AEW right now.
Marcus,
I can't even disagree with that.
Marcus, can I also point out? I think both LA teams have better storylines than that. You have the Clippers; they brought in James Harden, they can't win, and do you have the Lakers, who are trying to give the kingdom to the new prince, but the prince just can't do it because the old man keep holding on because he's better. I mean, you can't write this shit.
That old man should not be this good at this point, and that young man should not be this injured. Why do I feel like we're looking at a body swap situation, like it's a Freaky Friday with the Lakers, in which they have switched bodies and minds, and the young spry one is now LeBron, and the old curmudgeon is AD.
Don't make no damn sense, man. It don't make no damn sense.
But Eric, is there any other random news or things in wrestling you want to talk about? Anything about the War Games match being announced that they booked like 8 months ago that we've been getting the same episode of Raw because War Games is on the verge of happening?
Well, unfortunately, due to my work, I didn't get to watch Raw as usual, unfortunately.
Okay, if you've seen last week's or 2 weeks ago, it's kind of
I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. But I made sure, because I had a choice. I was like, am I going to watch NXT? I'm going to watch Raw. And I was like, I'm going to enjoy NXT more. So I'm watching NXT. And, NXT did not disappoint with their nonsense that they do. I'm upset that Alexis King decided to interfere in my big reveal. Upset about that.
Okay, let's talk about Trick Mello game, Eric.
Mello, man.
Innocent or guilty right now?
Oh, Mello guilty as fuck, man. He been jealous of Trick's hype for a long time. He never thought that Trick was going to get to the levels that he is. When you got Booker T ad-libbing your entrance, that person's the star.
Yeah, well, I like it.
I like it.
That's it.
With that being said,
Eric, man,
what was the guilty part? Was it the look, or was it anything else that came before?
It was the thing like, oh, you didn't see who did that? Oh, you didn't see they did it there. I was like, man, you done did this shit. You done did this before. I know you have. I was like, man, you guilty. It's like you R. Kelly guilty too. They got footage on you.
What the fuck?
R. Kelly guilty.
Eric, I'm associating snakeskin with Evil this week, and Santos has snakeskin boots, and Mello had a snakeskin shirt, so therefore he is a snake.
I mean,
I thought that drama was good though, and I'm gonna say this, and I thought the drama between Trick and Mello was the best moment of the week for me. And I know you guys hate it. Your boy Lexi Kang came out there. I thought he fit the right role of it could be him.
Well, Marcus,
and he played that annoying young Chris Jericho very well.
Mark, we understand things that goes on in professional wrestling in real life. Anytime there is dissension between black people, there's always some white men behind the scenes pulling the puppet strings. So it's possible that Mr. King was out there causing grief between them. I'm not surprised by that. I'm not surprised at all. I'm trying to figure out what else happened because, my memory is kind of old.
Vince McMahon sold like $713 million worth of stock.
Yeah. The rich done got richer, basically.
Well, no, because the stock is not doing that well.
So yeah, but he still got his money.
The story of Vince McMahon, the reason Vince McMahon is walking with a cane is because he started to work out way too soon after having his back surgery and gave himself a hernia.
Oh.
Vince McMahon is not built like regular.
Anyway.
Vince McMahon is not built like regular old men.
Yeah. I think that was one thing I wanted to point out. The girl that showed up on AEW, she kind of reminded me of Tiffany Stratton. Is she anything? Is she anything like her? Because that was the vibe that I got.
White
from her.
Blonde.
No, like even the way that she talked.
Yeah, it was very Tiffany. So you can see why if WWE was interested, it'd be like, oh, we got a Stratton.
Probably but they were interested in.
Yeah.
They were.
Oh, I was actually shocked. I didn't think Dijak was going to win that match. Because it was one of those NXT matches where you're looking like, fuck, both of these guys are always losing. Who's going to win this match? Like, it could have
wins more often than none.
I don't know. He loses a lot. He takes a lot of pins. Wouldn't you agree, Manny?
Well, I just read J.K. Swish's question while you were talking. What were you saying?
Tyler Bate versus Dijak. Did you think Tyler Bate was going to win or Dijak?
I could have went any way. That could have gone either way. I
was shocked. I thought Tyler Bate was a shoo-in for it. Because Dijak never wins.
I was telling Marcus when you're reading the chat is that's what made that match intriguing because I was like, I don't know who's going to win this match. I have no idea. They could both lose. And when Dijak won the match, I was like, oh, sure enough. That's not who I would have picked. But I was like, I understand.
Eric, also on NXT with Lore in the positive trend they're going and all the fun they're having. What's in the box, Eric? What's in that mail?
I don't know.
What was that federal offense JC saw that she went, oh my God?
I don't know. But because like the interesting thing about her is like she's evil, but apparently Chase is even more evil because when she saw that letter, she was like, oh my God, what was that?
I mean, is he touching kids? He got women in the shower?
No, I think he did something. I think he did a deal that a dirty deal that benefited Chase U.
Can I tell you guys something? I believed in Lyra. I thought she carried herself fairly well. I didn't like her outfit choice, but I thought the setup between her and Xia Li
I thought she was terrible on that microphone.
it wasn't the microphone.
All right, baby. I think you were being harsh. You're harsh against the Irish.
It wasn't her speaking, but just the way that she carried herself. It felt like she believed that she was a champion, if that made sense. And Xia Li also felt like she was wrong. So I was like, I enjoyed this little segment.
So you didn't see Monday Night Raw with Xia Li getting thrown out the building?
No, I did not see that.
She attacked Becky Lynch before this another shitty battle royal that was going to take place in the women's division or wrestling in general. And then Adam Pearce said, "Oh, Xia Li, you're going too far.
You're out of here.
You're out of here." And Xia Li was like, "What?" And I thought it was an overreaction because I've seen people do far worse things in Monday Night Raw or wrestling history for Xia Li to get banned. So then her showing up on NXT without a contract on her time to challenge for that title.
It was even more funny.
Let her speak. Give me a microphone. You know what? I thought it worked. I thought it's a good connection to the main roster at NXT. I think that's the best thing that the non-Vince McMahon trying to destroy NXT in front of Triple H eyes has done. Is connect to NXT. NXT did very well too in their the show without stars either. Well, like they only had the Alpha Academy this week.
Because you know why? Because NXT did something to know the thing. We're gonna hear from referees, and the referees let us know when Shawn Michaels told him that you know what, use discretion. What the fuck does that even mean? What does that even mean?
Use discretion in all matches.
Yes. I was like,
I don't know.
I like literally Shawn Michaels told me to do your job. That's what he told you to do. Don't be stupid.
Why are you coming in here?
Surprisingly, I like this match for all the ridiculousness that took place in this match.
Oh, Eric, who made more sense, Joe Gacy or Jon Moxley?
I don't know, Marcus. I don't know what both of them said. All I know is that I take more of what Joe Gacy said because if you remember, I saw those knees walking to Shawn Michaels' office too. So I don't know what she's trying to do on the side. So
she's trying to finagle a title shot. That's what she's trying to do.
She's trying to get to the bloodline. Just call me up. I'm gonna go to the bloodline.
Vic Joseph, I don't give a damn about my candy. Put him through the table.
He didn't bring the good stuff out. Normally that bucket is full. Still don't know why that man needs so much candy up ringside.
I love the fact though that Braun Breaker won the match, but Von Wagner still got his heat back.
Yeah.
Like normally the face don't get their heat back.
By the way, I think this is week 27 straight that the NXT announce table has been destroyed. I think I don't know if there's been an episode not like Nia Jax had a good streak with Lana, but I don't think it's as good as this one. As the NXT table has been destroyed every single week.
And Marcus, I agree with you. Elektra Lopez and Lola Vice might be the best combination ever. I don't understand why they was all in the locker room. It just seems like the women's locker room.
Is that how you
Huh?
act, Me, let's say you won the breakout tournament at NXT. Me and Manny chilling, making dick jokes, talking about cocaine, the usual shit. Would you be in there talking about what I was the breakout tournament and all this?
You typecast us.
Let me point out to you, Marcus. Lola Vice won, right?
Yes.
I would be offended if they talking to the loser. Why y'all talking to Kalani Jordan? Y'all should talk to me. I get it.
Eric, answer the question. What would you do if you?
How would you act in that locker room?
I probably act a damn fool, Marcus. I know.
Like you're gonna be hearing this shit all day. Cause that's what it looked like she was saying.
But also Ariana deserved to get her ass beat too. I forgot who attacked her, but like shut up. You ain't the Unity. Oh, you don't bring people together.
Petrovic. I think she's gonna be quite cool. I think with more time, I think she's gonna be quite cool.
Are you talking about Petrovic or Grace?
The blonde that I don't see
any. I feel like Ariana Grace is just gonna be a Chelsea Green report.
Ariana Grace is just gonna be her father. That's all. It's like
I see Santino too much whenever she does stuff.
Yeah, they're the same. They're the same character. And Otis was fucking over, man. I'm telling you, man, that NXT treatment is great. Hey, Marcus, I'm just gonna ask you guys, Manny and Marcus, why can't you be there for me like I was there for you? Why?
That's all I wanted to know. That's all he wanted to know. That's all he wanted to know.
It did everything that John told you. I told you months ago. I knew you could be a once in a lifetime performer. Man,
I don't know what evil things John Cena putting tricks in. I think John Cena attacked Trick Williams.
You know, on Tuesday and Thursday we are the Kings of the Ropes.
Yes.
The previous King of the Ropes refused to lose on on Rampage last week to Commander. That's why the match got pulled.
Are you serious?
It's out there. Metalik had a match with Commander on Ring of Honor, and Commander won. And then they wanted to redo the match on Rampage, and then Grand Metalik refused to lose, so that match got cancelled.
That's the most lower card bullshit I've
ever heard. When your D-level superstars are saying, I'm not going to job to somebody, you know shit is bad in the locker room.
Yeah, Tony, fire them both.
Dude, like
make an example of both of them.
You can't blame CM Punk for this one. Like, there is no way someone's got to tell me that Grand Metalik got to have wins. Like, his contract was not negotiating where he was supposed to win matches. Like, fuck that dude.
Yeah, he can go to hell, Metalik.
As far as I'm concerned, Metalik, stop sending us letters because we are now the Kings of the Ropes because you keep refusing to lose.
Yeah, we would do that job.
I'll lose.
You know what?
You pay me enough, I'll lose.
You guys, send those letters to the meanest part of the ring and I'll take care of it for him. I got that shit. I'll let him know.
Got time for this shit.
I'll put some.
I would literally fire Grand Metalik over some bullshit like that.
Like, how you gonna tell me you ain't gonna lose?
You gonna lose. You Grand Metalik. You've been losing for how many years in WWE? How many years, Metalik?
Like, did you think when we signed you that you was a big acquisition? We didn't even put a sign that said you was all elite. They might have had.
You thought you were gonna be a world champion?
No, man.
Yeah, shut that shit up, Metalik.
Pump your fucking brakes, dog. You don't know who this is.
You can kiss my ass. You fine.
All of my ass, and I'm not gonna put lotion on it. It's gonna be ashy.
You gonna get an ashy ass. Unwashed too. Unwashed.
No, Mark. I'm not walking around with mud, but Marcus, I'm not doing that.
Unwashed.
Damn, Marcus. Why you gotta do something like that?
So in this analogy, let's break this down.
You
don't know how to wipe your ass.
Chili killers and I need to take a shit too.
I know you don't know how to wipe your ass. You got shit all over your cheeks, or you're expecting someone to kiss the hole. What's going on here?
Manny, I don't know what I'm expecting here, but just imagine Bret Hart, Jerry Lawler kiss my foot match with my ass. That's
So what?
Marcus,
so what?
Marcus,
you're going around town rubbing your ass in dirt in all types of things to make your ass even more dirtier.
It
kiss my ass match.
It sounds like Marcus is not having a kiss my ass match. Marcus is having a kiss my asshole match because he wants them to get to the hole. They got to tug that shit.
You getting all of it. You getting all of it.
Well, on that
note, get all my Tucker night.
I think on that note,
I don't know why that felt right.
That concludes this show because I don't think I can follow anything up with that one. I hope you guys enjoyed this rendition of this podcast. If you guys want to bow down to Marcus' ass and kiss it, you can send donations. Go to the website, click that link, and we can make that available. We can get some 8x10s of Marcus' asshole so you can know what it is.
Yeah, just to point out, being Christian is where I want to be. I think old age Christian is much better than old age Edge.
As long as you ain't got a daddy issues, watch out for him. Christian was a good signing. He was the best that they had. The best there was, the best one, best there ever will be.
Eric, are you going? Eric, in your backyard, AEW's happening on Wednesday. Are you going?
No, I gotta go to work.
Just checking.
Marcus, I'm only going with you to spend time with you next Saturday. You know, full gear ain't shit, Marcus. You know that card ain't nothing.
I was just saying, it's in your backyard. I was just saying, are you going to walk around? I mean, I believe you can get free tickets.
Marcus,
you
let me just point out,
wander around your street, and Tony Khan and what's Brandon Cutler handing out tickets for you. You ain't gonna walk in?
No, because Marcus, let me point out. I think we've been to three. I think we've been to 3 AEW shows, PLEs. I know they don't call them that, right? And Marcus, I think if we compared all 3 shows that we've been to, I think we've saw a redemption of the same match on each of these shows. We have seen nothing different, Marcus.
I can't refute that.
Yeah, exactly. I think we
I guess the fatal 4-way with MJF for the world title is a little different, but that's pretty much it.
At least he had a title at that point. I mean, he still walk around without his fucking belt.
Oh, boy.
And then I get a Wardlow package. Package. Why he got sour grapes?
But the man is fell back 2 years ago. He's a man out of time. And
Mark's got shit in issues. I know.
Oh shoot, I forgot what I was gonna add. It was something that happened on Dynamite and whatever.
Truth Magnum and Turbo Floyd. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Greatest tag team.
They look like the American Blondes, man. I was like,
I just feel like
brothers, bro.
Yeah, there. That's what they look like. Reincarnated the Killer Bees.
I just feel like, you know, in the age of signing Ric Flair and Paul White coming back and Edge claiming he's full time, there needs to be a youth movement. I don't even understand what the Callis family is. I don't understand why the Callis family ain't fighting Kenny Omega at Full Gear. That seems like where we were going.
Because, Marcus, they're using the footage that Kenny shot of them in Japan to do a Yakuza commercial, which had me laughing.
Do we plan? Are we going to get a finish of Swerve and Hangman at Full Gear?
Marcus, I don't even know.
They haven't announced anything yet.
They announced it in a small corner. I think that's happening on. I think that's happening at Full Gear.
I think they did, Marcus. I think Manny is correct. But anyway, Marcus, I know you have to shit, and I have to get and do this.
I don't have to shit.
Oh, I thought you said you had to shit, baby. My bad.
No, I was talking about what you call it? Kiss my ass match.
Well, I do have to run. No, I hope you guys enjoy.
You have the runs? Jeez,
I do.
What did you
do. Honey Nut Cheerios, baby. Honey Nut Cheerios.
Well, that's the thing that runs right through you.
Just like Marcus Goons. Anyway,
you know what?
We hope you guys.
You know, those accusations to my goons are ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
That is
ridiculous.
I'm Eric.
That is ridiculous. As Grandma Elite not wanting to do a job with somebody.
I'm Lord Manny Hayes, and I refuse to lose.
I'm Marcus Gavinelli, and I refuse to lose too. Because that's what makes us kings of the ropes.
And make sure, because they will not lose, they will win again when you join them again on Tuesday when they discuss Monday Night Raw and the happenings and the bappenings of Monday Night Raw. And bappenings is not a word, but fight me if you want to, because I also refuse to lose because I am the meanest part of the ring. And you will hear from my attorneys. So, with that being said,
you're not even more petty with attorneys.
Yeah, you got attorneys.
Yeah, punk.
Hey,
coming out there going after Coca Cabana and them.
You got to always be ready, man, because most times you can't win. But if you can sue somebody into bankruptcy, that's what I do. That's my life. Anyway, stay sharp, stay happy, and don't kiss nobody ashy, dirty ass. Just don't do that. It's not worth it. Later.